Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day today. So today we're continuing our conversation in chapter 10 over sport management and marketing careers and the challenges that face the agencies. So this section provides an overview of those careers. The careers in this segment of the sport industry are diverse and require a wide range of skills and abilities. Although the industry can be exciting, insourcing, mergers and acquisition, and labor unrest in professional sport leagues have created added levels of uncertainty for those employed by agencies. Careers in sport management and marketing agencies are challenging and varied. While breaking into the sports industry may seem daunting, agencies provide opportunities at every experience level, and they often look to hire team members with varied backgrounds who can complement their current employee base. For entry-level positions, agencies generally prefer some sport marketing experience. However, agencies are more focused on a candidate's potential, which is generally determined by the level of preparedness for the interview, eagerness to contribute and be a part of a team, flexibility to work off hours and weekends, and perceived demeanor or cultural fit within the organization as a whole. For mid-level and more senior positions, agencies tend to bring in experienced people from other sport industry segments who have a network in place that can be used to benefit current clients or generate new clients in the future. Given the large number of sport management and marketing agencies, it's important to understand the functions and types of agencies so you can seek employment with those that are most relevant to both large and small. Can be a great first step to gain significant breadth of knowledge in a relatively short amount of time. In terms of educational background, a business degree with a marketing background is preferable. A sport management degree with several electives in business is also desirable. I would suggest probably a minor that gives you 18 credits of business, marketing, whatever it is you'd like to do. An advanced degree in business, law, or sport management is an advantage for applicants, particularly those seeking senior level positions, so a master's in sport management. That said, the sport industry is a diverse place in which non-traditional backgrounds, such as that of Heidi Pellerano from this chapter's professional profile, often provide unique perspective and value. Clearly, the sport management and marketing agency segment of the sport industry is varied and contains both generalists and specialists. Although the personnel in larger sport management and marketing agencies are more likely to function as specialists, they advance in the organization. Those employed in smaller agencies must have a variety of skills and knowledge to perform their duties effectively. Skills essential to working in sport and marketing management agencies can be classified as organizational, technical, and people skills. And we've talked about this previously, but your technical skills are typically you're able to write excellently with your communication, so email and social media engagement and awareness. You have good budgeting and pricing, forecasting knowledge. Computer skills are a must, so both PC and Mac are recommended. You have a good comprehensive demographics, your target market, and geocoding, and knowledge of your accounting and reporting procedures, as well as good legal knowledge. People skills, you got to be people oriented in this field. Good listening skills, you're able to network, your presenting and public speaking skills are excellent, and you've got great negotiation skills. And also great organizational skills, so strategic planning and capabilities, being able to have a vision for what the future entails, and depending upon what the market's doing. Good supervisory skills, and able to design and manage research projects, and just operational layout and management skills. Challenges that are facing the agency. Although the sport management and marketing agency segment of the sport industry is growing in number of firms and job opportunities, agencies face many complex challenges in the second decade of the 21st century. These challenges are similar to those encountered by advertising agencies, public relations firms, creative firms, and other enterprises that rely so closely on client bases for their revenue. The following are some prominent challenges and uncertainty in your client base as a segment of the sport industry, especially in this last year with COVID and the pandemic. There's a strong reliance on clients, whether athletes, corporate brands, properties, or broadcast entities. Many decisions that directly affect sport management and marketing agencies fall well outside their control. An athlete may simply decide to select new representation. A corporate brand may elect to step back from sports due to a wholesale strategy shift, or because the new CEO doesn't believe in spending on sports. For properties and media entities, agency work is often temporary and discontinued as specific projects come to completion. This has the potential to distinctly affect not only bottom line revenue at agencies, but also the employee basis, who generally work as individuals or teams focused on a specific client. Should that client no longer exist, those employees can be more vulnerable than their counterparts at other types of companies in their sport industry. While agencies work hard to put themselves in favorable positions and positively influence these factors, they ultimately cannot control them. Given this uncertainty, sport management and marketing agencies are particularly motivated to provide an exceptional level of service. In-house versus outsourcing. After benefiting from high-level performance by sport management and marketing agencies for several years, clients may believe that they know the functions that the agency performs and decide to dismiss the agency to bring that function in-house. It's a little cheaper that way. If this happens, the agency may then have to cut personnel and budgets due to losing the account. Often in these situations, the agency will also lose a key staff member or members, as the client may hire individuals for the in-house team given their expertise and familiarity with the organization. This practice is becoming more prevalent in professional sport leagues such as the NBA and NHL, and in collegiate athletic departments due to the need to reduce costs such as agency fees while maximizing your revenue that are perceived to be driven from the inside of the organization. By bringing sponsorship, licensing, and broadcasting in-house instead of outsourcing them to agencies, organizations believe that they will have more control and generate more income while cutting the expensive agency fees. For a more detailed examination of outsourcing, we'll look at the critical thinking section here later in the chapter. Conflicts of interest. With the growth of full-service agencies, the potential for conflicts of interest has increased. Firms such as CAA represent a wide variety of clients across the sport landscape, including league, teams, athletes, events, corporate brands, and media companies. With such a broad client base, it is inevitable that the interests of some of these parties will occasionally come into conflict. For example, an agency may be under contract with both a free agent basketball player and several NBA teams, resulting in a potential conflict of interest. Or perhaps an agency represents two corporate clients with a small subset of overlapping products or interests. In addition, as noted earlier in the chapter, agencies often create and own events in which their athletes participate. Each of these events scenarios presents a potential conflict of interest and subsequent ethical and business questions for agency leadership. Fundamentally, agencies bear the responsibility to mitigate these issues and act in good faith to all parties involved, while also remaining mindful of the charge to maximize agency profits. Often a separation of divisions within agencies, particularly large, full-service agencies, serve as a built-in check and balance against potential conflicts of interest in this nature. Agencies have traditionally grown organically in size and scope, but the current trend is toward aggressive mergers and acquisitions. 3 firms that have used this growth strategy are Wasserman, WME, IMG, and Octagon. In recent years, Wasserman has acquired a digital and social media agency, The Laundry Service, an experiential agency, Ignite, a golf management firm, Greg Norman Productions, and multiple talent representation firms, the Sports Syndicate, Mondial Promotions, on top of a bevy of previous acquisitions. And some of these acquisitions have helped Wasserman quickly achieve full-service status and emerge as a global leader among sport management and market agencies. As noted earlier in the chapter, WME and IMG is perhaps the most prominent example of this trend, given the merger of industry giants, WME and IMG, who had both grown through strategic acquisitions. Octagon, as a division of advertising conglomerate and Republic Group, expanded rapidly by acquiring firms such as Advantage International, Flamini Group, an Italian motorsports producer, CSI, a UK-based television rights and production firm, Coach Tavares, a Brazilian sports agency, and IMS Sports, a representation firm for action sports talent. These acquisition strategies allow agencies to reach critical mass quickly and provide a full range of services to existing clients while strengthening their base. After the resolution of the NHL's labor issues in 2013, the major sport leagues seemed to be back on track. During labor, you would say that based upon the pandemic, but during labor unrest and lockouts, employment opportunities at properties, leagues, and teams can be uncertain as they look to cut costs during non-revenue generating periods. For agencies, labor unrest can mean both opportunities and challenges. During a lockout, talent management agents will often maintain their staff in numbers, but refocus their efforts on marketing and endorsements where there is still opportunity for the athlete to generate revenue. Without a CBA in place, athletes may have more endorsement opportunities because they can temporarily endorse brand categories not typically allowed by their league or team, such as alcohol, tobacco, and spirits. The agencies in the sport industry must find ways to mitigate or conquer major economic challenges in the marketplace, such as the following. The banking and automotive industries recently emerged from challenging years of pushing to improve their business models and satisfy a high level of accountability and public scrutiny, which often resulted in a significant reduction in discretionary sponsorship spending. Companies in these industries have traditionally been reliable large-scale spenders on sports sponsorships, and their reductions have had a ripple effect across the sport landscape. Beyond specific sectors, the generally weakened economy resulted in increased overall budget scrutiny, with many companies implementing cost-cutting measures. With cost becoming the distinct area of focus, this has resulted in a move back to evaluation by quantitative ROI, return on investment analysis, and away from more qualitative return on objective, or ROO, and return on experience models. In some cases, this has created a hard strategy shift away from sponsorship and toward traffic building ideas and couponing, and thereby eliminating the need for sport management and marketing agency. As economic conditions constrict the total pool of potential sport-related stakeholders and the funds they may dedicate to a sport, it's increasingly imperative that the sport management and marketing agencies become more creative and marketing in terms of activation and more responsible in terms of accountability and results. Sport management and marketing agencies and their clients will need to become more focused on creating business solutions using marketing platforms. These platforms must be structured for cost efficiency while amplifying marketing impact. Corporate brands and category segments that have been significantly restricted in sports, such as alcohol purveyors, are now back in play. Agencies must identify new opportunities for products and brands that have limited or no previous sport marketing experience. Sport management and marketing agencies must become nimbler in making quick adjustments to capitalize on new and emerging opportunities in markets. The time available to wait and react is limited. Sport products such as sponsorships and premium seating may be sold in different incremental offerings, such as monthly or quarterly, than they were in the past. Agencies must be able to visualize how to use sport in a more restricted time basis that may lead to a better return on investment. Sport management and marketing agencies also face a unique set of economic changes and must remain competitive and profitable. It has now been around a decade since the NBA team owners reversed a long-time ban on courtside advertising by alcohol spirits brands to increase revenue during the current economic downturn. Before that decision, alcoholic spirits signage was limited to premium clubs and related signage that was not on camera during telecasts. The NBA decision followed those of MLB, the NHL, and NASCAR in allowing spirits advertising within camera view. Given the state of the global economy, what comes next? Will tobacco be given consideration under a set of narrow and restrictive guidelines for messaging? Will electronic cigarettes grow to become a new major category in the sports sponsorship landscape? How will the legalization of some sports betting be addressed over the long term? And one thing remains clear is that as some categories and businesses cut back on their sports spending, those revenues need to be replaced. Will other categories emerge, or will existing categories grow to fill that gap? This is a key question for sport management and marketing agencies. Here are some review questions. So what are the functions performed by sport management and marketing agencies? How are specialty agencies different from full service sport management and marketing agencies? And based upon our discussion with IMG, WME, what are the benefits of that legacy to the current WME, IMG, and what challenges might a company of that scale and breadth face in the current climate and industry landscape? As sport management and marketing agency is a business that acts on behalf of a sport-related stakeholder, which is commonly referred to as a client, the four major stakeholder groups are talent, properties, corporate brands, and media companies. Although agencies were initially formed to represent athletes, they have evolved to serve myriad functions such as strategy, representation, negotiation, sales, licensing, marketing, management, activation, and measurement for all sport stakeholders. Sport management and marketing agencies and the sport industry groups that perform similar functions can be classified into the following major categories. Full service agencies, such as WME, IMG, Wasserman, and Octagon, that provide a full range of services provided by in-house personnel across multiple stakeholder groups. You have general agencies, the 16W Marketing and GMR Marketing, that provide a variety of services to clients but are not involved in all potential agency functions or with all stakeholder groups. And then specialty agencies such as Excel Sports Marketing, Joyce, Julius, and Associates that specialize in providing particular types of services or serving a particular stakeholder group. Then you have in-house groups such as the NBA Content that consist of departments of existing companies that perform many agency-like sport marketing functions on behalf of the products or divisions of the parent company. Careers in sport management and marketing agencies are challenging and varied. Agencies provide opportunities at every experience level and often look to hire team members with varied backgrounds who can complement their current employee base. Last, sport management and marketing agencies face several current challenges such as uncertainty in their client base, in-house work versus outsourcing, conflicts of interest, mergers and acquisitions, and labor unrest, as well as economic uncertainty and certain ethical issues that affect their daily operations. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to talking with you again later. Have a great day.